So good evening, everybody, and a warm welcome to our guest speaker today, Dr. Sanjay Bhoer, and a welcome to all other participants who are here for today's excellent webinar. So before I introduce the speaker and invite him, I would also like to take this opportunity to tell you more about the Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses. I am Nilesh Lele, the current president of the Chamber. Our chamber is based out of Mumbai at BKC. We have our office. More details about our chamber can also be found on our website at casmb.org.in. And we are very much active on all our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn handles. And all our past events can be seen on our YouTube channel, CASMB India. We had run a similar webinar series in the month of March, where more than 16 such webinars were held, and all of them are available on our YouTube. In the month of April, we took a break and launched 4 different initiatives, which I'll be talking about shortly. And due to a lot of requests that we received from our participants and the members, we have decided to start the webinar series again in the month of May. So every day from Monday to Thursday, we will have webinars for next 4 weeks on various topics. Our chamber was formed very recently with a mission to work closely with all stakeholders for advancement of micro, small and medium enterprises. We also carry a vision to make MSMEs more resilient and a much stronger backbone of Indian economy. So why the chamber? I mean, we have so many different chambers. So why this chamber? So as we all know, MSME is the backbone of Indian economy, and it contributes almost 30% to the Indian GDP. I request everybody to please be on mute. It creates a lot of disturbances. Thank you. Out of India's total exports, manufacturing exports, almost 48% comes from MSME, and it also employs close to 11 crore people. And that's why it's called the backbone of our country, our GDP. On December 20th, 2020, our Honorable Minister for MSME, Shri Nitinji Gadkari, has shown us a vision that we should increase this contribution from 30% to 40% and the export contribution from 48% to 60%. The MSME sector is also expected to add another 5 crore jobs in 5 years. So with this background, with these words from our Honorable Minister, we decided, a lot of like-minded people came together and decided to form this chamber during December 2020 at the height of COVID-19 pandemic, with a single target in mind to help empower the MSME entrepreneurs to achieve the next level success. We have listed out multiple objectives. Obviously, working for the advancement of MSMEs, as our name suggests, is at top of our priority. We also are representing the MSME sector in various forums, to various ministries, various government agencies. We also want to empower farmers to become entrepreneurs. And in fact, today's session is geared towards a lot of farmers or FPOs can benefit out of what we're going to listen today. There is a lot of academic research that happens in research institutes, like we have NCL, we have ICT, we have CFTRI, we have 4 agri universities in Maharashtra. So a lot of research is happening, a lot of advanced technology like what Dr. Bhoer today is going to talk about has been developed. There are a lot of government schemes and policies. So the idea is to bring a convergence and be a single point of contact for all of these things so that the MSMEs can benefit out of it. We also want to help MSMEs build products for global markets, build their capacities through training and development, through sessions like today's, conduct study tours, come up with strategic tie-ups, and help them participate in exhibitions. We have had a very strong team. We have been very fortunate for our request to the advisory board members was readily accepted by each and every person. We have 4 members so far: Professor Smita Lele, Dr. Prabodh Halde, Dr. Prakash Kondekar, and Dr. K.D. Kamble are part of our advisory board. We also have a very strong management team with Mr. Umesh Kamble being the secretary and the backbone of our chamber. Mr. Prashant carries extensive work experience in the field of finance. Mr. Ajit and Mr. Prashant Pradhan carry extensive field experience in the field of sales and marketing, which are the two key areas for any MSME: the finance, handling of finance, and achieving sales. So these three people are very much engaged and helping a lot of MSMEs to take them to the next level. Mr. Sachin Kumboje is part of an incubator and accelerator and is representing us in Western Maharashtra. Is based out of Kolhapur. Mr. Anup Kulkarni, based out of Aurangabad, is our representative from Marathwada area and also doing a fantastic job with connect to more than 7 lakh people across Maharashtra. Ms. Arpita is based in Gujarat and is taking care of our activities in Gujarat as well as heading our women's cell. And Mr. Samir is based out of Goa and is doing a lot of work in the startup space in Goa. So we are in less than 2 months, we are spread across 3 states, and we hope to be reaching out to each and every person in this country. So in the month of May, you will see the initiatives that we are carrying are, we'll have webinar series on every day from Monday through Thursday, where on Mondays you will hear different entrepreneurs speak. We have heard a lot of great entrepreneurs speak in the month of March. Yesterday we heard Dr. Nilesh Amrutkar and his success story with EnviroCare Labs and his journey. Today we will be talking about the novel technologies in turmeric processing as part of our technology transfer initiative. Tomorrow we have a weekly knowledge forum where Dr. S.K. Deshpande from who just retired from DSIR, and he's going to talk about different R&D activities of and R&D schemes that are available through Government of India, through DSIR, through DST and different departments. On Thursdays, we have our finance facilitation. As I said, in the month of April, we launched 4 programs, which were the investor platform, and we have already received 14 pitches, and we invite more and more people to send their startup pitches or their investor pitch. And shortly, we will be matching them up and putting them in front of investors to raise their seed or later stage fundings. So that's a platform that is available, and more people can take benefits if you're looking to raise capital. We are also in talks with a lot of buyers and sellers, where including a couple of government agencies, and we'll be shortly having our buyer-seller meet for food industry in the month of May. We also realize that a lot of times SMEs need help, a lot of hand-holding from different service providers, like the likes of chartered accountants or company secretary and all that. So we have created this startup buddy where either at a free of cost or subsidized rate, a lot of consulting services will be provided to the promoters of SMEs. And fourth initiative we have launched is the industry defined problem, where industries have already started submitting in certain questions to us, which will be solved using through student competitions in especially in the food industry. So these 4 initiatives were launched in April, and already we have done substantial work, and please stay tuned to listen to hear more about the updates of these 4 initiatives in next months to come. As you all know, and I've listed out many of the benefits in the last 5 minutes that I've spoke about the chamber, but obviously you can access a lot of the chamber network. You can take part of our monthly meets for the chamber members. You can be part of the investor network. I've already spoken about the industry defined problem. Even for certifications like ISO or certain other certifications, we have onboarded some consultants who are ready to give subsidized rates to our members. And obviously our free as well as paid events will be available to our members, along with events that are held by our partner associations. Like, I also would like to put on record that today's session is also being supported by AFST Mumbai, All India Food Processors Association, NetProfan, and Entra-O2. So all of their events, their paid events, can also be accessed by our chamber members. And last but not the least, our office in Mumbai in BKC is available for use for team meetings or any other meetings for any of the chamber members in case they don't have any presence in Mumbai. The membership fee has also pretty low. We have tried to keep it as low as possible, and based on the categorization of micro, small, medium enterprises, it's as low as 2,500 per year for companies up to a turnover of 5 CR. We also welcome students and farmers, because students we feel are going to be the future entrepreneurs, and farmers because we also want them to think like an entrepreneur and do farming like a business. So thank you very much, and we look forward to all your support in our future events as well. With this, I take this opportunity to to introduce and welcome our guest speaker today. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so Professor Dr. Sanjay Bhoer, who is a professor at the Department of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry, Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapit. He has an education in, he did his BSc with first class with distinction in agriculture, followed by his MSc and his PhD in agriculture, chemistry and soil science in 1998. He has various achievements, including late Shri Vasantrao Naik Memorial Gold Medal in 2005, Mahindra Samruddhi India Agri Award in 2014, Best Agriculture Researcher by Me Marathi TV in 2015. He has already also has one patent filed under him. Actually, his achievements and accolades are pretty lengthy, but I'm just going to give few highlights where he has also developed a technology which is called PKV biodiesel processor, and especially his technology for direct conversion of farm fresh turmeric rhizomes into dry concentrate is very well known, and probably that's what we want to hear from him today. He has also guided many PhDs and MSc students, has many publications, more than 76 research papers, and has many other memberships to different professional societies, and has been a very well-known person in the field of agriculture sciences. So without taking much time, I would like to warmly welcome Dr. Sanjay Bhoer to please take the floor and please deliver your talk today.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. We can see you. We can hear you.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yes, perfect.
So good evening, and very much thankful to Nilesh Lele for inviting me for delivering a lecture on turmeric processing technology with under CAS SMB. So he has already explained about the importance of the MSME and MSME. And my network is unstable. Please pardon me. And here, after introduction of the turmeric crop in the region, particularly in the Vidarbha region, we will start working on it. And research, we find that there is a need of technology or technique which can be replaced the existing traditional method. So here I am presenting or showing you the novel turmeric processing technology, which is developed in the university, Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapit. All of we are aware about the why processing is needed there, because most of the agriculture commodities are the perishable commodities which will be spoiled if it not being used, and off-season availability is also a question. It's not about turmeric but other crop, and increasing shelf life to avoid the deterioration of the material. Most of the high valued crop like turmeric, ginger, onion, then garlic, it has a medicinal value. There is some extraction of the alkaloids after drying it, And that alkaloids now we use in the medicines, all type of medicines. You might be aware about the role of the curcumin in the medicines and curcuminoids, and that is being very much or very in large quantity being used as a natural color also, a natural yellow color. So value addition is our agricultural theme. We are always speak about this. Value addition can improve or can get can make the farmer to make more money from his production. And rural enterprise entrepreneurship is our motto. It is to be processed and more money to be fetched in the pocket of the farmer.
Sir, if you can share the screen, the screen is not shared yet, so we are not able to see the
It
screen.
is not sure. Okay, okay. Yeah, just
Please, thank you.
I will try. Ajay, first I will start. Is it? दिसतंय का आता?
नाही, अजून नाही, not yet.
Problem.
Yes, now we can see.
आता दिसतंय?
हो, दिसतंय sir, perfect.
Sorry, because
No problem, no problem.
network is very unstable.
Yeah, you maybe your video can be off so that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Proceed, sir.
So we're talking about the processing. So why processing is needed? Particularly, we are focusing on the rural entrepreneurship and value addition, being agriculture scientist. And now, as I told you, the medicinal values of medicinal values of the agriculture commodities is being increasing. Like curcumin is the highly medicinal valued alkaloid present in the turmeric, and that has been extracted only after the drying. So this drying technology has been developed in the university. So as rightly pointed out in the subject, that it is based on the enzyme denaturation, means globalization of the protein. So this enzyme denaturation particularly required to avoid the deterioration during the drying or during the processing. So this technique particularly based on the globulation of the protein or in globulation of the enzymes, which should be denatured, which make the inactivate, so that during the processing there should not be any deterioration or any loss of the active ingredient, color, flavor, etc. The technique is completely hygienic because as we see the traditional method of the processing, which is particularly we have seen it is open cooking, then open drying, polishing, and then after it goes to the market. So we have taken care of in the technology that the hygienic condition during processing should be maintained, and it will be completely mechanized process. Then as we are not removing the skin, we are not polishing the material, so there is a maximum recovery. Second thing is that as the turmeric rhizome is the live material, if it keep further drying for 15 to 20 days as in the traditional process, so it is there is a reduction in the recovery, there is deterioration, the microbial activity is there, then microbial activity reduce the weight or will consume the material of rhizome, and that leads to the reduction in the recovery. Then as there is a retention of the color, original color, flavor, and active ingredients, highest recovery of the active ingredient we take the care during the processing. Then this is complete mechanized process. It is the battery of the equipment and machinery. It is not just like a switch in mechanism, switch in machinery. We have to use five, 6 types of the equipment and machineries, those which make the processing within a day, meet out the quality of the export standard. We have taken care about
Sir, there is a voice issue.
Yeah, Dr. Sanjay, sir, we are not able to hear you properly.
To technology, he now the process of being not
Sanjay sir, your voice is not clear.
or in voice.
Sanjay sir, your voice is not clear. We are missing important information.
Connectivity unstable. Now it is okay. I'll come closer. Now, oh,
Hello, Sanjay sir. I think Sanjay sir has dropped out, but let's give him 2 more minutes to join back.
Nilesh sir, in the meantime, share the contact number.
Yeah, sure. I'll put his email address in the chat box, not an issue. And in fact, in the month of March, we also had 4 such sessions on technology transfer. So it was the first session was conducted by Professor Smita Lele, Professor Emeritus at Institute of Chemical Technology. She spoke about post-harvest technologies on fruits and vegetables. That video is available on that video is also available on our YouTube channel. And a session was also conducted by NIFTEM, where they spoke about 34 of their technologies, as well as from BRC, the head of department, he spoke about irradiation for food produce. And we also had an ex-scientist from BRC who spoke about technologies available for seafood waste processing. So all those videos are also available on our YouTube channel. Anybody is interested can definitely look at them.
त्याचं काय नावाने काय माहिती पैशाचं
Okay. Sir, welcome back. I think we, on that slide earlier, we couldn't hear you on the last points that you were making, the earlier slide, I think.
Sorry, dear participants. Again, connection is unstable. I'm trying to connect. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Very much. Go ahead. I guess sir is again having some issues. So anyways, the other question I had is we'll also send out a survey form, or maybe in the chat box, people can put in their request as to if there are certain technologies they are looking for. We'll try to bring experts on this platform from where the agri universities or ICAR institutes or CFTRI or NCL. So if you're looking for specific technologies, definitely you can do it. In fact, NCL, which is the National Chemical Laboratories, they have also started a similar initiative where they are displaying various technologies that NCL has developed and are available for technology transfer. So you can reach out to Venture Center, which is housed out of NCL in Pune. So I think sir is still facing a little bit of network issues. He's based in Amravati, so let us give him some more time. So if anybody has any suggestions, feel free to put them in the chat box. Our team will pick it up and try to help you So the question is, do we help in exports per se? Not directly as yet, but there is an agency called APEDA, 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 which is a government agency, and definitely APEDA. If you reach out to APEDA, they can help, or we'll also try to bring someone from APEDA on our platform, and your questions can be answered over there. Or if you have any specific questions with regards to export, you can also put that in the chat box. संजय सर,
येत आहे ना?
हो, आता ऐकू येत आहे. Yes, we can hear you. If bandwidth is an issue, you can go without the PPT also.
बघू, हा नाही झालं तर मग करू तसं.
ठीक आहे. Sure.
Okay, इथून होतं. Yes.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, sir.
So as I told you, we have tried to avoid the traditional methods in the processing, like cooking in the open kadai or boiler cooking. Then we have also curtailed down the time for drying, which is in the traditional method, which is being 15 to 20 days. By using this technology, we powder dry within a day period. And here there is no need of polishing also. So in a day period, by using this enzyme denaturation techniques and battery of the equipments which I am going to show you, we will get the dry powder within 6 to 8 hours. So this is the magic of this technology. Fresh turmeric rhizomes. Then pre-processing is needed. That's why to remove the other soils or other the material, external material, we wash it. There is no peeling. In this case, it is in the case of garlic. Then slicing or cutting or dicing we are doing. Then enzyme denaturation. That we for the special type of vessel has been developed for this enzyme denaturation treatment. Then drying, dehydration, which is usually used for drying, and then pulverization and packing. So these are this is the flow chart for processing, and by using different treatment, we achieved the drying of the fresh turmeric rhizome into powder within a day period. So this is the equipment, first equipment we use for washing of the turmeric rhizomes. So here the 7 roller brush has been provided, and there is a water spray mechanism on the upper side, and which washes the 100 kg of the turmeric within a 4 to 5 minutes. The second equipment is cutting or dicing. So two mechanism or two types of mechanism has been used here. If you want to go for the powder, directly for the dry concentrate powder, we will slices it to increase the surface area of the material for the treatment purpose, as well as it will also help to make dry the turmeric rhizome speedier. If we want to go or we want to supply the material for curcumin extraction, there is a need of the dices. Slices is not needed there. Then we can cut the this turmeric rhizome into half to 1 centimeter pieces, and thereafter it will be put for the enzyme denaturation. This is a vessel, double jacketed vessel we use for the treatment of enzyme denaturation. Here we have not used any chemical. This process is totally based on the pressure and temperature treatments. In the entire processing period, we keep the temperature of the vessel as well as temperature of the drying below
Sir, we have again lost you.
Below. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you again.
No problem, Wala.
Sir, we can hear you.
Yeah. So by using this vessel treatment bioreactor, we have denatured the enzyme, means globalize the protein by using pressure and temperature treatment. This vessel is similar to the vacuum evaporated vessel. So by giving the treatment about 1 hour to 1.5 hours, here is also there is the removal of the moisture from the turmeric rhizomes slices, and there will be around 10 to 15% moisture will be removed here, so that drying will be efficient in the further dryer. So this is the cabinet type dryer we have installed in our two projects. But now we are thinking about the continuous type dryer. So that efficiency of the plant or capacity of the plant can be increased from 2.5 ton to 7.5 ton in a period. So continuous type of belt conveyor type dryer or rotary dryer we are thinking to provide with the technology, so that by investing the same amount, only increasing the cost of the dryer, we can increase the capacity of the plant. This is the last equipment where we can make the slices of the equipment. Sorry, we can make powder of the dried slices or dried material, and there is a packaging system. Testing technology, when we go for the dried rhizomes, and that dried rhizomes, to make powder of that dried rhizome, there is a need of about 40 HP electricity connection, because in the first step it has to be break down into the pieces, and then it is put in the roller mill or in the grinder for pulverization. So as in our technology, we get the slices which is around 10 thickness, and which is very soft material. So what we can make the powder of that dried slices by using the 5 HP motor also. And the connected load required is for entire plant is about 25 HP. And in the traditional method, for only for crushing and drying, pulverization, there is a requirement of 40 HP connection. So this is also one important thing. We can save the power in the processing technology. And if you go for the powder, the slices is better option, and we can make it dry powder by using domestic mixer also. Is the capacity of the plant, the project, how it will be. Here we have taken 2.5 ton batch type processing technology, because this is the smallest. We have tried to scale down it, but it is not possible. There will not be techno-economic. So the final recovery of the powder is around 20 to 22%. So from 2.5 ton, we will get around 550 kg dried powder in a daytime. Drying efficiency is about 95%, because the requirement for expo standard is around, we have to reduce the moisture in the material up to below 9%. So in this technique, by using the dryer, because if we go for the open sun drying, there is a possibility of more moisture in the rhizome. It will be around 12 to 13%. So it will not go down below 10%, and requirement for the expo standard is below 9%. So here, by using mechanized dryer, we can maintain the, we can reduce the moisture content of percent in the material up to 6%. And if there is a moisture content around 6% or below 6%, there will not be any microbial growth in the product. So that's why drying efficiency in the dryer in our technology is about 95%, means 5 to 6 or 7% moisture will be remain there. Grinding efficiency is 99%. Here we use the steam for denaturation purpose. So there is a need of the boiler, steam boiler. The pressure will be maintained around 3.5 kg per centimeter cube. Dryer pressure is also like it, because as we have installed their boiler, we are also use the steam in the boiler purpose. But in recent plants or the plant which is under commission, we are trying to use the electric dryer. There may be requirement of the steam pressure will be low, and we'll go for the non-IBR boilers. So that question will also be take care there. The electric connection is there. So we have technology sections. So first section is raw storage and handling section. Second one is cleaning and washing section. Third one is slicing and dicing section. Then section which consists of the enzyme reactor, enzyme denaturation, drying. Here we can use the dryer as per our requirement or our capacity, which can be tray dryer, rotary dryer, tower type dryer, or continuous electrical dryer. Then pulverization, grinding and drying the dried pieces into the powder. The material should be pulverized. Then packaging section and peripheral utilities. So these are the configuration of the plant. This is the first unit we have established at Salgare district, Sangli, in 2012. So this is the commercial unit capacity about having 5 ton per day, and it is now being running successfully, and which is also loan-free unit. They have also got the subsidy about 40% from the National Horticulture Board. So this is our success story about the technology. The second unit we have installed based on this technology at S4 Food at Bilda district, Aurangabad. It's on the Aurangabad-Jalgaon highway, and the capacity is 2 ton per day. So this unit is also established their kiosk at the roadside, and they are selling their material with their brand name Shivneri. So this unit is also running successful. And one more thing I have to share with you, under the India startup, this unit has been chosen under 12 best technology or 12 best performing units, and has been awarded for under the scheme of ICAR this year. And we have in our technology, we have a higher recovery as well as higher curcumin content over the traditional method. So here you can see 3.80% curcumin was obtained. We have claimed about around 5% curcumin content in the final product, but that is based on the variety of material which are used for the processing. That depends upon the mostly in our area, Salem is the preferred variety for cultivation. So we'll reach up to 4 to 5% curcumin content in that variety by using our technology. If you go for the traditional processing, it will around 2.5 to 3%. Then processing cost is a very important thing. So here we from 5 kg turmeric, we will get around 1 kg powder. This is the assumption based on the moisture content in the turmeric. It is around 80 to 85%. So for cleaning and cutting to get 1 kg powder, the investment is about 5 rupees. Then denaturation and drying take about 25 rupees for drying the 5 kg raw material. After grinding, we'll get 1 kg powder, and the cost around, if we consider the cost of the raw material 10 rupees per kg, then 85 rupees per kg will be the final powder cost. Here I have also given the figures about the grinding ginger powder. So very important thing is that when we use this technology and we will go for processing, turmeric will be available only for 4 to 5 months. It will be harvested started the month of February, and we can go up May end for the processing. Then what we'll do with the investment of this plant? So beauty of this technology is that we can process ginger, onion, and garlic. Also, that this is a high valued crop because there is an investment in the processing. So we will take only high valued crop here. So ginger, onion, and garlic can be processed by using same technology, and we can run the plant around 280 to 300 days with the multiple options. So here I have given the processing about the ginger powder. So you can see if by considering the 20 rupees per kg, in 135 rupees, we'll get 1 kg of the ginger powder, which is popularly known as the sweet in the market. So here you can see we don't need to go for the traditional lime treatment, etc. We have to slice down the ginger, give the treatment, and we'll get the very good quality ginger. To show you the photographs in coming slides. So okay, we have multiple choices. We can go for ginger, onion, or garlic, making the dry concentrate by using the same machinery and equipment. We change the initial processing machineries or initial cutting. Because in garlic, there is different type of cutting mechanism. In garlic, we also need the peeling of the garlic. So peeler is needed there. Then one very important thing which I have told you earlier, most of the alkaloids are there, and alkaloids extraction is necessary for you to use it in the medicinal medicines. So curcumin we can extract it from the curcumin powder only. Gingerol we can extract it after dried ginger, or from onion and garlic we can extract the allicin like alkaloids or sulfur compound, and these are the big use in the medicinal industry right now. So it will be happen. So here I am showing you the photographs of red onion and white onion kibbles, rings, which are in the industry. We can for chops, we can for the means. These are the garlic means, which is being very high demand in the process, because garlic, I will more on this. Near about 40 to 50% onion and garlic has been lost during storage. If there is a production 100 ton, so 50 we lost in the storage. And that's why if we go for processing of the onion and garlic in the off time of the turmeric, so we can make the value addition in these crops also. The other products, onion, onion, ginger. So this can be done with by using the same technique with the same investment. When we talk about its economy, considering 10 rupees per kg of onion cost when it is being harvested from, we'll get the powder around 170 rupees we will in 84 rupees we will get the garlic. Recovery of the garlic is 30%. Recovery of the onion is 15%. Based on we have to use more material in case of garlic. We will get the dry part of the onion and garlic by using this. About the investment, very essential and important thing. So in land development, we do not consider here, but there is an investment because we have to choose the water availability as well as the access of the connection. Then civil and structure, minimum 3,000 square feet civil structure we needed, that cost around 30 lakhs. Then as regards machinery equipment, 5 machinery will require. Cleaning and washing machines, depending upon the capacity, it will be 5 to 10 lakhs. Cutting and blanching is not needed. Cutting and dicing, machinery to 10 lakhs. bioreactor, which will cost around 20 lakhs. Then a dryer, 5 ton batch capacity, which is around 25 lakhs. But if you go for the continuous type of dryer or chain dryer or other rotary dryers, it investment will be around 75 lakhs. Grinders and pulverizers, 6 to 10 lakhs. If you go for the this automation, so if you go for the complete automation, the investment will be more around 10 lakhs. If you go for the semi-automation, as I show you, nothing system to loading and uploading the bioreactor, it will be around 5 lakhs. Boiler, 0.5 ton TPH boiler will be required, which is around 15 lakhs. Then other peripheral, cooling tower, compressor, electrical instrument will be around 4 lakhs. So the capacity of the cost of the capacity as well as the dryer and other equipment selection, which will be around 1 crore to 1.5 crore. So this will be the investment on the equipment and machineries only I am talking here. Rest is land and land development, etc. will be the user's side. Then as I involved in the erection of the 2 plants, I have seen there are very high constraints also. So any of the land, if we go for the installation of the project or commissioning or erection of the project on the private land, so we need a permission on NA from the collectorate, and it will very tedious job to get NA. 6 to 8 months will be required for this. Then NOC for the from the pollution. Technology is pollution free. There is no pollution, but hello. Then excess feeder power connection we needed. Then rate of interest existing 13.17% is the interest, bank interest on the loan. Then government subsidy, there are various agencies, DIC, DST, DIC, then National Horticulture Board, National Horticulture Mission, food processing industry are offering subsidies, and highest subsidy has been given by the National Horticulture Board, which is around 40%, and lowest subsidy is offered by the DIC, District Industrial. Then market linkage. This is very important because going for any business, we need to check first for the marketing. So as I show you, the Aurangabad entrepreneur, which has been started his own brand with the name of the Shivneri, and he is marketing his product with his brand, and that's why he is fetching more prices, more cost or more price from the product. As I told you, this technology can be used for any fruit and vegetable, non-pulpy fruit and vegetable, but we are mostly promoting it for the high valued crop like turmeric, ginger, onion, and garlic. But you can make green chili powder by using this technology also, because if you, here you can see the color of the powder is green because of denaturation technology. Here we can get the dried material of the tomato, we can get the beet powder. So any material we can process for fruit and vegetable which has no pulp, we can process and we'll get the dry concentrate, which has been nowadays which has been used in the various food recipes. So Nilesh, thank you. We will start questions. And so again, sorry for disturbance. There is the net connectivity is very poor today.
No problem, sir. Thank you very much. I think it was a great presentation. There are few questions already in the chat box, so I would like to take them first. One of them is someone is asking that what are the quality differences between traditionally processed turmeric and your process, mainly on curcumin?
Yeah. Here, by using this technique, two very important quality differences we have seen. One very important is there is the improvement in the curcumin content in the dry powder. As we have keep all the time, we have keep the temperature during the processing below 65 degrees centigrade. So there is no loss of the curcumin. We are get the highest recovery of the curcumin. It is almost 1.5% to the traditional method. But particularly it is depending on the material which we are using or variety which we are using. We cannot expect 5% curcumin from the Kadapa variety, but we can go by using Salem or Krishna up to 5%.
Okay.
Second thing, recovery. So in the traditional method, what has happened by open drying and all these things, and time of the drying which is extended up to 15 days. So there is a consumption of the protein, carbohydrate, and etc. in the rhizomes by the microbes or microbial activity which is being going on in the rhizomes during the drying time. So that's why there is a reduction in the recovery. We have observed in our experimentation. If we keep the harvested turmeric for a long period, more than one month period for processing, then there is a reduction in the recovery up to 17%. But if you process the farm fresh turmeric rhizome immediately, so recovery will be increased up to 22%. So this is improvement in the recovery in the final product. That is also again, it is almost 6 to 7% higher than the traditional process. So these two are the important things. Then quality wise, as we have in the equipments, first thing we can reduce the time of the processing, which is cut down to 1 day, single day, or 6 to 7 hours, depending upon the dryer, and that will means we can call it as the industry. Otherwise, open drying and all these things, traditional method, we can call it as the industry. So we can process maximum material by using this processing plant within a season. So that is also one of the important thing.
Okay. Great,
And
sir.
quality wise, as it is processed in the machines, so we can use the temperature up to moisture up to 6%. So by reducing the moisture below 9%, there is a complete arrest of the microbial activity. So quality wise, which is a requirement for European standard is below 3%, so that we can maintain here. Then there is a accumulation of the inert matter in the open drying system. So here we can, which requirement is below 1% in the European or American standard. So there is no adulteration or no any foreign material we can find in this technology. One more very important thing, which with the experiment has been done by our Aurangabad entrepreneur. What he did, or what he doing, he is selling this dried flakes in a sizable amount, 1 kg or 5 kg, and that can be taken by the user, means the household consumption. As like we have previously procured the dried rhizomes into the market, and then we'll go for the kandap kendras for making the powder. So by these flakes, which has been dried or obtained in this technology, you can directly grind into the powder by using home mixer. So the quality wise means the quality point or the adulteration point, which are always thinking, we can arrange that also, and we can provide the fresh material or unadulterated material which can be processed in the home equipment or powder.
Okay. There's another question from Dr. Sujata. She asks, can we use this technology for mushroom?
Yes, you can. But there is in mushroom, there is no need of the enzyme denaturation. You can directly slices it and dried it into the dryer.
Okay, thank you,
There
sir.
is
Thank you.
alkaloid present in the mushroom.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir, any type of mushroom we can make a value-added product from this technology for that?
Pardon.
So any kind of variety in mushroom have so many varieties, no? So like dingri, button mushroom.
Button, two types of mushrooms are there, na?
Okay,
So
yeah.
you can
So we can use this.
slices it, cut it down into slices, and then directly put it into the dryer. There is no need of enzyme denaturation, particularly in case of the mushroom, because
Okay.
there is no alkalides which can be lost during the processing.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Mushroom contain protein, so it is proteinous material. Protein doesn't harm
Yes, sir.
during the process.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So Mr. Deepak is asking, can we use solar dryer instead of cabinet or roller dryer?
Yeah. Actually, in our university, we are using solar dryer, but solar dryer has some restrictions. It has been started drying around 10 o'clock, and it will be shut down around 4 o'clock. So we need to dry it for 2 to 3 days continuously.
Okay.
Means in a one day we cannot remove 70% moisture by this 4 to 5 year span in which solar dryer provide the hot air.
Okay. And
And
Shashi
the
is
capacity
asking,
wise,
yeah, go ahead, sir.
yeah.
Shashi is asking, what is the technology transfer cost? So I guess they can contact you offline and also get details on that, right?
Actually, yes, that the slide is missing in my presentation.
Ha.
What we did, we have signed the MOU with the company. Either it is Pharma's company or it will be private limited company. University signed MOU. Cost of the MOU is 25,000 for technology transfer. Then we have charged the one-time royalty after commissioning of the project. That is around 4%. That is only on the equipment and machinery, not on the entire project. Cost of the equipment and machinery.
Hello, sir.
हाँ,
Go ahead.
यशवंत सायरे is here.
Yeah.
या बोलिए.
सर तुम्ही मराठीत प्रश्न विचारला चालेल ना तुम्हाला?
चालेल.
तुम्ही इथे
चंद्रपूरवाले आहेत का?
व्हॅक्युम ड्रायर असं तुम्ही सांगितलं होतं. तर इलेक्ट्रिकल ड्रायर आणि व्हॅक्युम ड्रायर मध्ये काय फरक आहे?
नाही, व्हॅक्युम ड्रायर आपल्या इथे आपण वापरत नाही आपल्या याच्याला. फक्त आपण व्हॅक्युम
सुरुवातीला जे तुमचं ब्राउचर सुरू झालं होतं त्यावेळेस व्हॅक्युम ड्रायर असं शब्द लिहिला होता.
नाही, व्हॅक्युम इव्हॅपोरेटर आपण एन्झाईम डिनॅचरेशन साठी वापरतो. त्याच्यामध्ये कम्प्लीट ड्रायिंग करत नाही. त्याच्यामध्ये 1 तासाची जी ट्रीटमेंट देतो आपण प्रेशरची आणि ट्रीटमेंटची, त्याच्यासाठीच आपण ते व्हॅक्युम इव्हॅपोरेटर वापरतो. डबल जॅकेटेड व्हॅक्युम इव्हॅपोरेटर आहे ते. त्याच्यामध्ये कम्प्लीट ड्रायिंग होत नाही हळदीचं. ती शिजते. जास्त वेळ झाली स्टार्ट कुकिंग. कांचनी फार्मरवाले आहेत का तुम्ही?
मी यशवंत सायरे, कांचनी फार्मर.
येस.
आपला 2 फेब्रुवारी 2018 ला MOU झालेला आहे.
आपला, तेच तर म्हणतो मी.
आणि मला जर एक आनंद झाला असता जर याच्यामध्ये सलगरेवाले आणि बिल्डावाले जर सहभागी झाले असते तर त्यांचाही अनुभव शेअर करता आला असता.
प्रोसेसिंग मध्ये असतील ना, प्रोसेस मध्ये आहेत ते पूर्ण.
नाही, तसे जर झाले असते तर त्यांचा अनुभव शेअर करायला जरा बरं वाटतं.
यावेळेस मला वाटते 400 टन प्रोसेसिंगचं टार्गेट आहे.
आपण आणू त्यांना ऑफ सीझन, त्यांच्या ऑफ सीझन मध्ये आणू आपण या प्लॅटफॉर्म. डोंट वरी.
ठीक आहे सर, थँक्यू.
शेअर करावं वाटेल की जसं आता यशवंतजी सायरे जे आपल्यासोबत जॉईन झालेले आहे, यांचं कांचनी फार्मर ग्रुप आहे वरोऱ्याला, आणि यांच्यासोबत आपला जवळपास मला वाटतं 2 वर्ष अगोदर MOU झालेला आहे टेक्नॉलॉजी ट्रान्सफर साठी.
2 फेब्रुवारी 2018.
आम्ही काय करतो की यांची फार्मर प्रोड्युसर कंपनी आहे, तर यांचे आपण जे चार्जेस घेतले होते ते 15,000 रुपये घेतले होते टेक्नॉलॉजी उपलब्ध करून द्यायचे. आणि बऱ्याचदा असं होतंय की जवळपास मी आतापर्यंत 12-13 MOU साईन केलेले आहेत गेल्या 5-7 वर्षामध्ये. पण त्यापैकी फक्त 2च प्रोजेक्ट आपण उभे करू शकलो, कारण फायनान्शियल अरेंजमेंट, जागा, जमीन हे सर्व घेता वेळ लागतो. आणि मग त्याच्यामुळे आपण त्याला जी रॉयल्टी हा विषय जो ठेवला हा आफ्टर कमिशनिंग ऑफ द प्लॅन ठेवलेला आहे. म्हणजे प्लॅन पूर्ण झाल्यानंतरच आपण रॉयल्टी विषयात हात घालतो. पण त्याच्यापूर्वी जे डॉक्युमेंट्स लागतात की जे उपलब्ध करून देतो, त्याची टेक्नॉलॉजी वापरण्यासाठी जे आपण अग्रीमेंट करतो त्याची फी आपण कमी ठेवलेली आहे. बघू आता सायरे साहेब तुमचं कुठपर्यंत आलं आता?
नाही, आम्ही आता स्मार्ट मध्ये आमचं पायलट प्रोजेक्ट सुरू आहे. अनुदान साठी
कारण जागा वगैरे तर घेतली होती ना आपण, जागा वगैरे पाहून आलो होतो.
ती जागा बदलवली. आता आम्ही वरोऱ्यात जवळ 10 एकर जागा घेतलेली आहे.
बरोबर.
हा, तिथं आमचा आता हा प्रोजेक्ट या महिन्यामध्ये चालू आहे. कोविड-19 मुळे आम्ही थोडं लांबलो आता. 1 वर्ष लांबलो आहेत आम्ही.
बरोबर.
पण आता हे सुरू होईल आमचं या महिन्यामध्ये.
बरोबर झालं आता.
हो. बाकी आमचं औद्योगिक येणे झालेलं आहे. बाकी टेक्निकल सँक्शन झालेलं आहे सर्व. पहिलं आम्ही जिनिंग सुरू करतोय आणि
अच्छा.
साइड बाय साइड मग बाकीचे आम्ही प्लॅन चालू करतोय.
ओके.
ठीक आहे सर.
Okay.
थँक्यू.
Yashwant sir,
Sanjay sir?
आपका contact, Yashwant sir का contact.
हा, 9922. हॅलो.
हाँ, go ahead.
9922 498 696.
अदरवाइज आप चैट बॉक्स में भी डाल सकते हैं यशवंत सर.
ओके सर. हा.
ओके, थँक्यू. संजय सर, अजून काही क्वेश्चन्स आहेत. आपले खूप चांगले फ्रेंड संजय बडकस साहेब जे नागपूरचे आहेत. ही इज आस्किंग, हॅव यू ट्राइड दिस प्रोसेस on Vaigaon turmeric, which is cultivated in Vidarbha region, where curcumin percentage is higher than Salem fingers? What are the losses between traditional and machine method?
होय. आपण we have tried this. Even our university also develop one variety Vaigaon, PKV Vaigaon. And this Kanchani people, the Yashwant Saire, who was speaking, is also in the region of the that Vaigaon turmeric processing, and we have tried it. And as there is a higher curcumin content, the recovery of the curcumin is also highest in the Vaigaon. But there is a constraint.
Sorry. So good thing you got smell it over the computer.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead Sanjay sir.
विशाल जॉईन झाले वाटते.
हो, shall I add something? सांगू मी काही?
बोला सर.
हा, अच्छा. Sanjay, very nice presentation. In fact, Nilesh, we have installed the same plant at Vaigaon in 2018. And तिथे आम्ही रोटरी ड्रायर लावलेला आहे. ओके. आणि संजयनी बरंच, म्हणजे संजयचा सलगरेचा प्लांट पाहूनच आम्ही काही डिझाईन इम्प्रुव्हमेंट्स कराव्यात म्हणून तो प्लांट तिथे लावलेला. तर दिस हा पथदर्शी प्रोजेक्ट आहे. वायगाव जिल्हा परिषदनी तो लावलेला आहे. आणि तिथे आम्हाला जवळजवळ 6% पर्यंत आम्हाला जास्त म्हणजे कुरकुमिन मिळालं. आणि दुसरं, आमच्याकडे एमटेक स्टुडंटनी काम केलं सितारा IIT बॉम्बे मध्ये. त्याच्यामध्ये आम्ही 3 लेवलवर काम केलं. म्हणजे एक म्हणजे बॉईल केलेली टर्मरिक, दुसरी म्हणजे स्टीम केलेली टर्मरिक विथ स्लाइसेस, आणि तिसरी म्हणजे स्लाइस करून आणि फुल स्टीम केलेली, म्हणजे बॉईल केलेली फुल, स्टीम केलेली फुल आणि स्लाइस करून व्हॅक्यूम मध्ये कुक केलेली. आणि ड्राईंग करताना सावलीमध्ये ड्राय, उन्हामध्ये ड्राय आणि मेकॅनिकल ड्राय, अशा ट्रिपलेट्स मध्ये आम्ही जे एक्सपेरिमेंट्स केले लॅब स्केलवर, त्याच्यामध्ये आम्हाला जे संजय जी प्रोसेस फॉलो करतात त्याच्यामध्ये आम्हाला जवळजवळ 1.5 ते दुप्पट जास्त कुरकुमिन रिटेन्शन आढळलं. सो दिस वॉज ऑन द बेंच स्केल.
आपण 1.5 पटच क्लेम करतोय.
परफेक्ट. तर ते आम्हाला तेच मिळालेलं आहे म्हणजे आमच्या लॅब मध्ये.
आपलं आहेच ना, इनिशियल ट्रायल आपल्या IIT बॉम्बेलाच झाल्या. इव्हन इथे मी शेअर करू इच्छितो, ते जे मगाशी तुम्ही बायो रिएक्टर बघितलं, दॅट हॅज ऑल्सो बीन डिझाईन बाय द IIT बॉम्बे.
Yes.
Great, sir. And in fact, Professor Vishal Sir Deshpande, you can listen to him on Sunday. त्यांचाही सेशन ठेवलाय आपण या संडेला, कमिंग संडे May 9th. So we look forward to listening to him also.
Vishal sir, kindly share your contact, please.
Yes, you can put my name in Google. You will get all the details. You want mobile number? It is 9325011865. But you will get everything on Google. You know.
That would be great. Thank you.
And he'll also be talking on May 9th at 6 p.m. coming Sunday, May 9th, 6 p.m. on YouTube Live. So we can hear him as well. Thank you very much, Vishal sir. There are a couple of more.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Yeah, thank you. Sanjay sir, there are a couple of more questions I think we should take. One is, can we break up the operations up to slicing as field operations and further activities as factory operations? Is what Mr. Sumit is asking. हॅलो संजय सर.
मला ऐकू नाही आलं.
ओके, परत सांगतो.
कॅन वी ब्रेक?
Can we break the operations up to slicing as field operations and further activities as factory operations?
Actually, that is not possible, because what you can insist the farmers or group of the farmers for which you are doing this processing. You can insist them to supply the clean washed turmeric from their field, and you can this slicing or dicing you can make in the factory. But because what happened, all these equipment, these processing equipment require the three-phase connection. That is not possible in the farm site. So it is it is better to take the washed material into the factory, and then you can make the slices and further processing as a continuous chain of the equipment.
Okay. There's another question from
I will not
Dinesh.
recommend to go for.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
There's another question from Dinesh Kumar. He says, do we have to have separate pulverizer in case we are adding ginger or other crops due to turmeric color and flavor?
No, we need to clean it. We can wash the pulverizer, we can clean it, and you can use the same pulverizer for this. But in this case, particularly, I am recommended pin mill. I mean, rather than the hammer mill or rather than the grinder type pulverizer, you can go for the pin mill. We can also which can also reduce the friction, and which help to increase the improve the alkaloid content in it.
Okay.
So simple cleaning, we can reuse the this pulverizer for different products.
Okay.
निलेश,
yes,
जस्ट अ स्मॉल पॉइंट, एक 5 मिनिटाचा व्हिडिओ आहे संजयच्या प्लांटचा, म्हणजे जो आम्ही वायगावला लावलेला आहे या डिझाईनचा. ओके, मी युट्यूब लिंक पाठवली आहे फॉर एव्हरीवन. ओके, ती जर तुम्ही दाखवली तर देर विल बी अ फेअर आयडिया, कारण संजयने व्हिडिओ नाही दाखवलाय. इफ यू वॉन्ट टू शो, युट्यूब वर आहे तो.
तसाच आहे तो.
नाही, माझा 3-4 मिनिटाचाच आहे त्या वायगावच्या प्लांटचा. ओके, I had just shared the link on this thing, chat box मध्ये.
I got the link.
If you want to show.
ओपन होत नाहीये. आता आपण तुमच्या सेशन मध्ये दाखवू आपण संडेला. Because we are also running out of time.
No problem. Correct. No.
So I think there are few more
link
questions.
आहे, ज्यांना बघायची असेल त्यांना.
61 already.
Sorry. So I think there are few more questions, but since we have less time, so I request anybody, if their questions are not answered.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Bola.
You can contact me directly.
Yeah, they can contact you directly. Your phone number, your email address I have already shared a couple of times. So if anybody wants to contact Dr. Sanjay Bhoer, I'll put his email address again. They can contact Professor Bhoer directly. So thank you very much. I would like to raise an official vote of thanks. Special thanks to Dr. Sanjay Bhoer. In fact, today's attendance was one of the highest. And also thanks to some other experts in this area who have also contributed. And thank you to all our support partners. And I officially declare that the session is closed. Thank you very much.
Sir, before you log off, one question: how do I get the notification for future webinars?
Sorry, who is this?
This is Deepak. This time I got it from Dr. PC Bargale from Bhopal CAI.
Okay. Yeah. So if you have signed up on the Google form, then you should be getting it in future as well. If not, you can put.
No, I didn't.
Drop a message to me on my WhatsApp number, and I will add you to the distribution list. Okay.
Your number?
Yeah, my number is 99304.
Okay.
055.
Yep.
42. Thank you, Nilesh Lele.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Sanjay.